I had a
All
couple
right.
this week because I was curious about some shit.
Okay.
We talked about in a very wild segment about ugly kids. People was like, y'all have no limits. Like, you goddamn right. Welcome to the podcast for people that don't like podcasts.
Yeah.
Listen to
Or
the track,
kids.
bitch. So
Or ugly
or,
kids.
or other people's kids.
Other people's kids.
I like my godson and my kids. That's all. Um. So in that same vein, not the ugly kid thing, but kids, period.
Yeah.
If you go on to date a female, right?
Okay.
You're on the scene. You're talking to a female. She's got a kid.
Okay.
You get an opportunity to, which I hope you're paying attention to the red flags from her with her raising her child. One of them for me is if a female introduces me to her kid too fast. You know, like, why? You don't know me. Like, why are you bringing me around your kid? But what if you hear her do some shit parenting wise that isn't the way you would handle a situation? Does that factor into you moving forward with her? Because for me, I'm like let's say, for example, like she curses at her kids a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Or is like,
no, I can't do that.
I'll give you an example. I was leaving Walmart recently, and this little girl was pushing the cart. Dad's in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
He starts going around to the driver's side, which I already am looking like, why are you not getting your kids in the car first? That's just me.
Right.
Especially a little girl in today's climate. Because she might have been 10, 11 years old. She accidentally hits this passenger side of the truck with the cart. Now, let me say, that side's already fucked up.
Okay.
Because I know for some people, they was like, oh, no, I'd have went in on her. It already looked like he had been hit with a vehicle, not like some small dingy shit. He gets back out and goes, what the fuck are you doing? And she was like, I'm sorry. It was like, you're not even paying attention. You're so goddamn stupid.
Wow.
Fucking idiot. And then he just goes and gets in the driver's seat. And I'm walking past because my car's further down, and I hear him yelling, put stuff in the goddamn car. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Verbal abuse, calling your kid stupid at an impressionable age, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine hearing a female do anything around that way over the phone, and then you proceed with her? Or is that a deal breaker? And do you just immediately go, you know what? I just heard some shit and we're done? Or
that's a deal breaker.
That's a deal breaker?
I don't talk to my kids like that. Like, you can't, if I'm bringing my son into the situation, potential situation, and if I even fucking thought that this person was talking to my kid like that, I try to avoid the fucking turbulence.
Right.
And if I come to my house or her house and my son is over there and I walk in that fucking house and she's fucking snapping off on my son about some stupid shit, you little dumbass motherfucker, fucking what the fuck is wrong with you? You stupid ass. I wouldn't hit her. And
thanks for clearing that up.
I wouldn't put my hands on her, but I would have to, like, that's it. Like, don't fucking talk to me. You can't come around me. And I should. And I'm thinking about, that's my fault, because the first time I heard her do that shit with her kids, I should have known what time it was.
Yeah.
So I just avoid it. So if I ever hear a woman like just fucking going off on their kids, nah, we're not doing that. Because you're not talking to I don't talk to my kid like that. So you're not doing that. And I grew up in a house with a mother that talked to people fucking crazy.
Your mom talk to y'all crazy like that?
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, to that extent, my mom would yell at us, but we never got that. I don't know if that's too personal, but that
probably close to it. Yeah, man. Close to it.
Wow. Okay, so you see, and then that drives into, you know, how you was raised. You got brought up and took it as, I don't want to deal with that.
Absolutely.
And I wouldn't take that again. See, I didn't come up with that, so it gave me the same effect of like, all right, it set a standard. Some people would have grown up the way you did and didn't take it as evolution.
Absolutely.
They would have taken it as, oh, well, this is how you parent.
That's how you talk to people.
That's how you talk to people. So yeah, kudos to you for growing out of that, breaking that cycle. But yeah, I was flabbergasted at that. And when I see people that cuss at their kids in that type of way, I'm like, all right, yeah, that's a little extreme for me. I'll tell my kids what you did was dumb, but not you're stupid. I think there's a
Right.
difference there.
Right.
Like
No,
if
for
I'm
sure.
talking, if I'm talking to my son and I'm like, remember, you know, how you just came out of the room and da 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 da, you know, don't you think that was kind of stupid
Right.
to do it that way? And they'll be like, yeah, that was kind of dumb. And now we're having a different conversation, and I'm not
Right.
attacking his character. I'm pointing out this dumb shit you did.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
like
there's
that's the difference. The difference is like the action over here that you did was this was you shouldn't have done that. That was stupid. You're not stupid, and the reason I know you're not stupid is because that was stupid. And I know you.
Yeah,
like
and I know you're better than that.
Yes, I know you're better than that. Like, why are you doing that? Don't do that. Like I tell my son like that all the time. Don't do that. Man, do your kids play Roblox? I'm sorry. This is nothing.
No. They did. They don't now.
God damn.
My kids is on to like Dead by Daylight, and you know,
yeah. They in for them nightmares.
I swear, I gotta watch my youngest. I'm like, man, you might have to go somewhere. You into this type of shit way too much. Like
too early. Oh,
no,
give him
like
Dead Space. Give him Dead Space. Let him play Dead Space.
No. Like, see, my oldest. I know y'all have heard us talk about this game called The Last of Us. It's like post-apocalyptic, kind of scary. I was like, hey man, where you at in The Last of Us? He said, oh yeah, Dad, I quit.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm tapping out.
I was like, you done? He was like, yep, not doing it. I'm done.
Not doing that no more.
He was like, I went in the room and I heard a clicker, which is the enemies in them. They make this noise that is very triggering. He was like, and I don't, and they play all their games with headphones on too.
Oh hell no. Nah.
So he was like, I'm not doing it.
Shit. I'll be looking my boy.
He was like, I'm not doing it. I'm good. And I can't do nothing but respect that. But my youngest though, I'll hear him in the room. Somebody gets stabbed. He'll like cackle laughing like the Joker.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, I gotta watch you, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna drop him off at your house.
He might be artsy. No, don't bring him over here. He might be artsy.
Yeah.
I like you. Did you finish Dead Space? It's an old game, people. We know, but
yeah, I finished all of them. I finished all of them.
I couldn't get past. I think I played the second one. No, I played the first one. I stopped.
You quit in the first. They were the scariest games ever. For y'all that don't know, and anybody that plays video games knows, you get a reprieve in any game you play when you hit the pause button.
Yeah.
Not in Dead Space. In Dead Space, even when you in your menus trying to figure your life out, they can still attack you. So you're scared the whole time that this game is even on. It is nuts.
What made it worse was that the shift I was working swing shift. So I was getting to work at like 4 or 3, getting off at about 12, get home around 1 in the morning.
Oh, you playing it at night?
Yeah.
No. No, that is a high noon drapes open type of game, sir. You tripping. You set tripping right there. Yeah. No, sir, not me.
I stopped playing.
Nah, man, not happening.
Scared the shit out of me.
Not happening, man.
Oh man, what the fuck?
We're such loving fathers.
Oh man. Oh, but yeah. Yeah, man. With the kids, yeah, I definitely. And it could go the other way with abuse of any kind. You can either perpetuate the abuse or break the cycle, and that's kind of how I went. But my mother's mother, not to get too far into my mother's mother, she was more abusive, right, than my mom was. So the mom that I had was a diluted version of what she was getting.
Okay.
Because my grandmother used to hit them with fucking like extension cords and shit and all kinds of stuff.
Switches. Man. That was the thing back then, man.
Extension cords, nigga. Like my mom get hit with an iron.
On some good times, penny type of shit.
She has a scar on her arm where my grandmother hit her with a fucking hot ass iron.
With a hot iron, bro?
Yeah, dog. So
you were getting residual generational abuse.
Right.
And you chose to break the cycle, man.
I was getting like, abuse light. Like it wasn't like what she was getting, the diet abuse type of shit.
Yeah, let me put some applause in for you right there. That's serious that you broke that. Nah, for real. A lot of people don't come out of that. Yeah. A lot of people do not come out of that, bro. Yeah. They don't. I got spankings as a kid, and I used to spank mine. I haven't touched my kids in years. Now I think about it. I don't know. I just felt like I started to feel like I can just talk to my boys. Mm-hmm. And I could see in their eyes, they could tell I was disappointed in them because they know how much I cared. So I was like, this is teaching them the wrong thing. Well, at least that's how I started to feel. And I already know, especially coming from black households,
Yeah.
that they would go, y'all tripping. Y'all raising them like some white people. And I'm like, nah, there's something far between beating your kid and letting your kid break your television. Like there's some space there, I think.
That's the thing that I learned about just with my son getting older. I probably spanked him a couple of times. He's only 5, so he's had a finite amount of time to fuck some shit up, right? So I've started to realize more recently that him thinking I'm disappointed in him is much worse.
It's much worse, bro.
Than me spanking him.
Man,
it is so much worse.
That look in their eyes when they're like, "Oh my god!" Like
I'm like, no, don't come over here. Go back over there.
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me. Start crying and shit. Daddy, I just wanted to say that I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh, okay. Now you all right. But yeah, disappointment, man.
That disappointment is big. Woo, and different. I think they learned something from that rather than I'm gonna get spanked and it's gonna be over.
Yeah.
And I go back to doing what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
If this is the way I look at it. Like if I have to put my hands on them, I'm spanking them because they were doing something that, like, I'm trying to save your life right now.
Right.
Like you're doing some shit that's gonna land you in prison. Type of stuff. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm not spanking you because you got a bad grade. I used to get spankings for bringing home a bad report card.
Yeah, for sure.
Nigga, all right. When I was in kindergarten, you dredging up old memories now. My mama don't listen. She said I cuss too much. So,
you do.
I had my kindergarten teacher, Miss Pylan. If you're still out there teaching, kudos to you. You got to be at least 120. She had this stamp in the classroom where she put like a big ass smiley face on your hand.
Right.
At the end of the day, because she had these 3 coffee can buckets in the room. And if your name went in the first one, that was strike 1. Strike 2. If your name went in that third can, you won't get in the smiley face on the back of your fist.
Your fist balled up.
Because this was Mama Jean when I walked in the door. So one day I didn't get that. And Mom had already gave me the Miranda right of if you don't get it, you getting a spanking. And this was a day where that third one, I didn't fucking deserve it. Somebody next to me was acting up. And I got that guilty by association card. Mama don't want to hear nothing. She said, I don't care what it is because you shouldn't have got the first 2 strikes anyway. You know?
That's a good one.
Woo! That's a good. Yeah, write that down. So I'm on the bus, the bouncy yellow bus, trying to draw a smiley face on the back of my hand. Which, did you ever try and draw a perfect circle on a skinny hand? Like, it ain't happening. It's too many bones. It's just too many bones in the hand. I got in the house. I tried to tell her that she forgot it. She just forgot to give them to everybody. Nobody got nothing today.
Oh, wow.
She ran out of ink.
Oh, wow.
My mama beat me up the stairs. Every swing, I think I went up 2 steps. Like she waited till my legs was in that leapfrog position to whack.
Caught you? Oh, yeah, she got you. Yeah, I got you.
Beat up the steps, boy. I just woke up and went back to school the next day. Like, I don't need no food. I'm straight. I'm good.
There's some steep ass steps too, man.
Yeah, man. Old school steps. Yeah.
Dog. Steps.
That shit was. Yeah.
Yo, those steps almost got me, man. Damn.
Yeah, for me, they weren't steep, but I lived with them. So I think other people came over and they was like, how come y'all don't just fall every time y'all go downstairs?
Dog, I remember when I was coming from Delaware and you had that barbecue at your crib. And I was on the road drinking Red Bulls and eating Cheetos and shit, trying to rush and get there. And I got there. There was a bunch of people around. And we were sitting at the little table in the back. And I pulled I was like, hey man, I need to use a bathroom. He was like, hey, yeah, just go right in here. I was like, no. I need a private bathroom. I need something away from everybody because
Cheetos was coming out.
I'm sweating, nigga. I'm sweating. I need some privacy.
The privacy.
Nigga, you were like, yeah, go upstairs. Go upstairs. The bathroom right there. Man,
the privacy poop is deep.
Oh man, I needed it. I needed it bad. I run up them stairs, dog. I tripped on like the 3rd or 4th floor. I'm like, God damn, get your knees up. She was like,
Put your knees. Go to the training camp.
Yeah, nigga. I'm like, God damn, tire drill? What the fuck?
Oh hell no. Oh shit. Yeah, man. That's a milestone. That's a milestone in parenting to me when you realize you can talk to them. You know, everybody be like, your kids are so well spoken to be so young, like real early on. I'm not talking about now. And I'm like, because I never baby talk to my kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's the deal breaker for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. That might seem trivial, but like when I hear a chick talking to a kid that can make bacon, and hey, what you doing? What you doing? Could you go cook us some bacon now?
You gotta stop that shit. Did you?
Okay. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? This is a grown up. He's not gonna go out into the world and talk to anybody like that. I don't know. I just like talking to my kids like that. You sound stupid. Yeah. You sound stupid. And my kids never got that from me.
Yep.
Never got that from their mom. So like they talk. You shouldn't be surprised that it's just that I didn't go in the room and be like, you bet you go to bed now. You're trying to go to sleep. That's so stupid. Nobody in the world talks like that. That to me is you're an idiot and you just don't want to raise a communicator. Maybe that's why you spell Walmart with a K on it. Like
Walmarts.
Yeah, oh man, girls that say Walmarts. Oh my god.
That's how I talk to my son, and I get that a lot too. It's he speaks well. How old is he? Is he like he's 5? But also talk to him like he's a person. Like, hey man, don't do that. Don't be ridiculous. You know, what are you doing?
Yeah, like, I hear you. When we send messages back and forth, you be talking to him like he me. Like, what are you doing, nigga? Like, you don't say that, but
why are you doing that? Pick that up. Don't do that. You see him on the phone. So when he goes out and I'm around other people and he says, hey, excuse me, he'll say dad, 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 and I ignore him. And then he'll say, excuse me, and I'll say, oh yeah, what you need? This game, it doesn't let me, okay, that's what you want? Go sit down somewhere. I'll be back. Like, I'll come over there and help you out. All right, but thank you for saying excuse me. But there's just things like that, like pacifying. My son never had a pacifier because as a mechanic, right, we'll use that. You troubleshoot something. And all I was doing was troubleshooting this baby, right? What's wrong with the baby? You got gas, you hungry, you got to change the diaper, you got to go through all these things. The baby's crying for a reason. And most times it's one of those things. So when I was telling people that my son never used a pacifier, I was like, why? I was like, I just go through my checklist of shit that could be wrong with him. You got gas, put him in the lap, pump them legs, let him fart all over your stomach and shit while you're pumping the legs, right? Or you burp him. Okay, not crying anymore. Okay, you feed him, not crying anymore. Change the diaper, not crying anymore. It could be check the body, make sure nothing's pinching or whatever, not crying anymore. So he's never been attached. I never had to like break him from pacifying because he was never pacified.
I was throwing that pacifier deep to the mouth. Like, shut up, nigga. What you crying for?
Shut up, nigga.
God. I was throwing that pacifier, bro. Yeah. Oh, shit. And I agree with you. That is a better way to do it. Because the baby instinctively, you put something in his mouth and they just focus on that and the pacifier usually work for a couple of minutes. They're crying again. If that's not what they wanted. You know? Because actually, you know what I realized just now? The pacifier just adds another thing to that checklist you were doing. Because now they might be hungry, they might need to poop, they might want to be held, or they might just want their pacifier now.
Yeah, and then when they start teething, they do want the pacifier more because, nigga, are you at a restaurant?
No, I'm not at no damn restaurant. What are you talking about?
I feel like somebody just gave you a drink, nigga. No, thank you.
I mean, I got it like that, you know?
Oh, you got butlers and shit? Damn.
Yeah, you know?
Cali life. Nice.
As soon as I step on the scene. Handle it. Thank you.
Handle that.
Put a mask on. So,
nah.
Shit. Yeah, man, that's a good way to do it. Now, how did you handle that with the teething thing? Did you just do the teething ring instead of
the put shit in the freezer, give it to him, put it in his mouth, let him chew on the shit?
Yeah, I was a pacifier king. I think I had like 3 of them. I kept one clipped to me because they throw one in the couch. One just disappears somewhere. You never see it until they don't need it no more. Yeah.
Until you move. That's where that motherfucker went.
Oh. Hey, go grab that and then go make some
Yeah.
bacon, you know?
Yeah, man. I like the tea. That's when I had to do something, and that's when I was giving them the teething ring. Throw that shit in the freezer, or I was also using the nipples from the bottles, putting that shit in the freezer, put that in his mouth, and them chew on that shit because it's small.
That makes sense.
Anyway,
That
all
makes
right,
sense.
enough of this goddamn soft ass daddy ass talk. Talk about
Daddy
some
talk.
real shit.